Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's so awesome. I feel so cool with this. Wow, you heard that?
Wall of Sound, that was it was an idea that came about because it was for a specific purpose, and that was we've had a considerable amount of video presence on YouTube. We've did some full videos as well, but the only thing that was missing was people were missing that concept or missing the whole idea that we were creating all the sounds with our voices.
None of our videos really showed exactly what we did.
And this song was gonna be that first video that in about 3.5 minutes, you could see this is what vocal play is.
This whole song was just basically designed to be a YouTube video.
The original idea would be 2 rooms adjacent to each other, and in one room would be doing like more of an old-fashioned traditional a cappella thing, and that would kind of morph going into the next room into you know, this whatever it was going to be. And the question came, well, what was going to be in that room and what was going to be in this room, and it just got a lot easier when we started to talk about, okay, well, why don't we just have one room and the group actually coming out of, I guess, what would be considered nowhere. I mean, was just a great idea. Wish it was mine, but it was Robbie's idea. Just coming out of nowhere. And another really good idea was that the traditional a cappella sound, that was gonna now happen, but then Robbie had this great idea that little by little a person would then see that that's on a screen, and whatever world that is and whatever group that is, that's the old school, and now you're in this new white sleek apartment, you know, representing new technology.
You know, one thing that always I smile at is when I see the 4 guys in the beginning of the film on that TV screen, taking it back in the day. I got a vision and I'm building a wall.
Me, Roger, Garfield, and Rob, we kind of got dressed up in some suits and some glasses and trying to look like the old 50s style group.
We had a lot of fun making that particular video, especially the piece where in the beginning where we wanted to do a little throwback thing.
We actually shot that scene in the living room of Robbie's house. It's just basically, I remember calling him up and saying, I think we were scheduled to do it like on a Thursday. I might have called him on a Wednesday. Say, Ken, is it possible that we could shoot it today? And he said, yeah, we could shoot it today, but we don't have the microphone. He had ordered one of these vintage microphones, you know, to make sure the scene really looked good. And doing the excellent work that he does, he actually put that in post-production after the fact.
When Roger did the video, his hair was kind of Afro-ish. And in the video, in the black and white old school quartet thing, it was down. So I didn't know how that happened. I thought it was a hair magic trick that only Roger knew.
When I finally got to see that, I laughed my head off, especially with Warren. I couldn't believe how these guys look like they were actually back in the day.
We even, you know, there was a time when we were discussing whether it was going to be in color or not in color, and I'm glad that we ended up where we did. It was a really good choice with just, you know, just that crackly black and white.
Seeing the whole thing after it's done, it was like, wow. Wow, people were even saying, who are those 4 guys? What group did you guys get to be the doo-wop group? You know, I guess we didn't even look like ourselves.
It was interesting when we when we got on the scene for the other part of the video where it was all white, very sterile.
We heard that there was going to be this concept. Each member will walk into this white room, you know, through this door, and just begin, you know, with very minimalistic, nothing really going on besides the member and singing and a microphone and just seeing him. So there was no way anyone could get distracted. It would be clear that this guy is creating the sound.
When I think of Wall of Sound, the first thing I think of is just that door.
There's this door that's attached to nothing. It was kind of amazing. Just attached to nothing, where each member is supposed to walk through and do their part, begin the song.
It was just there, and you can just open it, close it, and it was just like they're in thin air to me.
This door started to not be part of a wall, which is really, really interesting. It just started to be this thing that we were going to walk through, and I thought that was really, really cool.
I was a little nervous at first, walking through the door and making sure that it would close and I wouldn't mess anything up, because everybody seemed like they were doing it before, that they had done something like this before, and I wasn't totally new to the group, but making music videos weren't my thing. I probably did two before that, the Let It Rain video and the Feel It in the Air video. And I never really liked my performance with those. So with Wall of Sound, I wanted to say, okay, when people watch this, I don't want them to say, oh, that's the new guy. I want them to say, okay, this guy knows what he's doing and he looks normal.
Jamal was quite sick that day. We recorded it. We shot the video here in Atlanta.
It was an interesting day because I had just caught the flu. As much as I realized that this was, the opportunity to get done what we had to get done, and it was a great, marketing idea and blah, 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 it was sort of kind of hard for me to go get through the video. Like for some of the video, I literally had to lay out and let other guys kind of take my part.
We didn't know the song, so it was a matter of trying to learn the parts that we had recorded and try to make sure everything it looked as good as possible.
Roger gave me what we recorded, and I didn't really remember anything, so I was listening to the song and trying to see in my head exactly what I would do, and I try to be the studier of the band. So when it comes to knowing the song, I try to at least know my part as much as possible.
They got me a nice futuristic stool, and it looked really, really good. It looked really good, but after sitting on it for so long, I was like, wow, if this is the future, then definitely somebody needs to bring back the past, because it really hurt. After about 3-4 hours on that stool, it was like, wow. Somebody give me a cold compress or something.
Wall of Sound video has been instrumental in people getting to know who we are and what exactly we do.
To me, in my opinion, with all the videos that we have, maybe including some of the live stuff, this video tells you exactly what it is we do.
So many things kind of just sparked just from people seeing that video, and the light bulb went off, that these guys create everything with just their mouths.
Us walking through that door one by one, adding an instrument and adding a layer to the sound, just building that wall brick by brick. It's just one of those things that everybody can get right away.